Rick Butts here, and I want to talk to you today about what I believe is the greatest asset that you can have in your business, and that is an original solution to a problem faced by an identifiable group of people who have money. Now, the focus on this is the original solution part. Of course, everybody's always looking for the new, latest, greatest, unique, super good idea, and that's how we get ahead. But I want you to think about where that original solution is developed from, because if you start with an identifiable group of people you can find, people who talk to each other, hey, that's marketing 101, right? Who is my customer? Where do they hang out? Do they communicate with each other? What's their vocabulary, hopes, dreams, fears, buying motivations? So if we start with an identifiable group of people, which you already know because you're in business now, you're currently operating in your area of expertise, and by identifying and examining the problem faced by this group, we can develop our own original solution. That's exactly what we were trying to do, what I was teaching you in the speaker machine. The four major components of the speaker machine were for you to develop your own original wisdom thesis, your primary statement, that unique solution for an identifiable group of people, and the buzzy book, a book that would get legs, that would travel, that would move well through this group of people and establish you as an expert and your expertise as well as your style. And the killer keynote speech, a hybrid of your wisdom thesis, which you expanded into the book, brought back down into a laser-focused speech that would really excite your target market, establish your credibility, and move them toward your book, your other products and offerings. And of course, to develop out of that, your Stardust Factor is very easy because you're starting with your own knowledge, skills, wisdom, values, belief system, and then filtering it through this target market. And my experience has been that those things people got excited about when you took the course, you began to work on them. But I want to ask you today, did you develop your own crystal clear wisdom thesis, your buzzy book with a great title, your killer keynote speech, and polish that Stardust Factor so that all four of these are working together? I mean, the fact is, the wisdom thesis, the buzzy book, the killer keynote speech, and the Stardust Factor, these are the keys to being successful in this model. And I believe that if you just did an average job of developing these, it would really pay off for you. But if you did a great job and really came up with something clever, it can make you rich. The problem is that doing this work for ourselves is really difficult. Here's the mind map of the full speaker machine course, and if we just explode this part, the one section for the wisdom thesis, let's go back and walk through those parts. Remember, we talked about the existing system and how to develop and find. That's your identifiable group of people. Finding the fail point, that's for developing the problem that they have. Asking the shadow question is a way to develop uniqueness and to look for a solution nobody else is currently looking for to a problem others have either given up on or don't really address in the proper way. Your theoretical solution, this is actually your wisdom thesis and the basis for your brand new system, which needs a name. And that's all the things that we talked about here in developing your new system. Look at all the work that we did in developing a brand new title for yourself. So just look at this mind map alone, and we're not even down here to your unique vocabulary, which I think is a critical part of developing your Stardust Factor and your own unique marketing. And that's just one component. The buzzy book, bigger still, the killer keynote speech, my goodness, that got big, all the presentation skills in there. And then, of course, the Stardust Factor, the marketing part, and finally getting yourself booked. So the fact is, I believe that in order to really do a great job with these, it's helpful to have some help. Someone who understands what your castle's going to look like when it's done. I know I'm going to wear out, right, the whole sandcastle metaphor, but look, somebody who wants to pitch in and help and really sees your vision and can make things fun and help you see what you can't see and can get your back and develop the ideas that really will help you become unique in the market. Look, I know what it's like to sit around a stack of legal pads and notebooks and just do so much idea creation and how difficult it is to really choose what's important. That's why I've developed a personal coaching program specifically for people who have gone through the speaker machine and really want to take this material to the next level. In this 4-week program, week 1, we focus on your wisdom thesis. Week 2, the buzzy book. Week 3, we pull out the killer keynote speech. And week 4, we polish off with the Stardust Factor. All of these integrated, working together with titles developed so that you've got the framework, the tools, and the meat to really go out there and conquer your market and be successful with something unique in the market. This is a personal coaching program where you'll get a full 60 plus minutes on the phone with me each week via Skype, via telephone, as well as email support. So during the week when you're working on your stuff, you can shoot me an email and say, hey, Rick, what's going on with this part? Or how do you like this? I only ask that you send me one question per day and that you ask one specific question in your email. And hey, I'll record all the sessions so you get the complete recordings. There's just too much going down in one of these sessions to remember everything or to try to scribble notes that fast. I want you to be relaxed and be in the creative flow mode and let the recording do all the work. Now, these are private one-on-one sessions. This is not group coaching like we did the original time through the Speaker Machine. I'm going to work with you directly, giving you information based on your experience, what you tell me, and what I sense and get about your market and what you're trying to do based on my own experience of hearing hundreds of speakers and preparing many successful presentations for speaker bureaus and for coaching, training, consulting sessions. We start when you're ready. That means if you sign up today, we can start in a couple of weeks if that's when you want to start. We can start right away if that's when you want to start. So I'm limiting this program to 5 people so I can schedule flexibly with you. That means maybe you want to do it this week on Monday, next week, hey, Thursday works better for you. Not a problem. Time flexibility, just working with a small group of people. And importantly, there's no commitment. You're not signing up for some recurring payment, month in, month out coaching where I drive you crazy and harass you and annoy you and nag you. Most people find 30, 60, 90 days with me and they're exhausted. They've already got far too many ideas to implement. And so on the no commitment, no recurring payment side, let's talk about what it does cost. My personal coaching before doing the Stardust Factor was $49.50 for a 3-month program. That meant $16.50 per month. And the idea was I had to teach a lot of the principles inside the Speaker Machine. So for you, because you've already been through the Speaker Machine, your price is only $9.97. 1 month, $9.97, and here's what we'll do. We're going to work like crazy developing your brilliant wisdom thesis. Help you come up with a fantastic title, concept, the framework for your book, the mini thesis for each chapter, and using this whole system to really finally get out the book that's going to work for you and make you money. Your killer keynote speech so that you can get the job done, getting in front of people and that really powerful connection by speaking, whether you want to speak for free or whether you want to speak for high fees. And then the Stardust Factor, polishing it all together so it fits into one package, developing your uniqueness, exploiting your expertise, and showing your style so your target market can respond. This is a very simple idea. Let's roll up our sleeves and work together so that a few months from now, you're on track, rocking with your system and not just looking at a bunch of notes and going, you know, I really need to get my book together. I look forward to working with you. I'm only bringing 5 people into this program. First come, first serve, friends. This will sell out. So please, if you've got any interest at all in doing this, hurry up. Click the button below, make your payment. I'll get back to you right away via email. We'll set up a phone conference time and let's get started.